of Polaris Industries. It's revving up the motorcycle world very quickly. The company has posted 22 straight quarters of record earnings and has revitalized, remember the Indian motorcycle brand? Polaris is doing very well with that. It's also starting manufacturing on electric Victory bikes to compete with Harley-Davidson's Livewire. That's a lot to talk about. Let's get Scott Wine in on the conversation. He's Polaris Industries CEO. You guys have about 50 different things in the oven, and baking and cooking and pulling them out, and they all smell good. What's going on with you?
You know, we have great brands, a great leadership team, and a great opportunity to grow our motorcycle business. It's a fun time to be at Polaris.
Well, the entire crew had no interest in me because they were so busy with a toy that you guys brought in, and then I went over there and I started to look at it myself, and I got to hang out on it. Yeah, I put on my glasses. Wipe the mirror down. That is the new Dark Horse. It's all black. I thought this was very cool.
Yeah, that's the latest launch of our Indian product line, which we brought back a couple of years ago with the Indian Chief and Vintage. You know, earlier last year, we brought back the Indian Scout, and really this is the latest in a line. At $16,999, it's a beautiful bike. Really, the darked-out black bikes are really the rage in part of the industry now.
Well, that matte look to it is very cool, and I see what you did with the logo, too, the Indian logo, which to me is just very iconic, isn't it?
It is iconic, but it's also a premium featured bike. You know, we've got push-button start, we've got anti-lock brakes. It is a great value at $16,999. It looks great, and really demand has been exceptional these first few months.
And then you have a three-wheeled creature that is also new. Tell us about that.
Well, the Slingshot we launched last year, and I was a little bit nervous because it's out there a little bit from a design standpoint. It has been one of the most universally popular products we've ever introduced.
It's like the Batmobile. How cool is that?
And it rides like a screaming go-kart. It really is one of the best product introductions we've had from a consumer interest standpoint. The breadth of demographics of people interested in this product.
Yeah, who's buying it?
You know, everyone from a 65-year-old gentleman that I sat to next on an airplane that had a Harley-Davidson and he needed something that didn't hurt his back, to a young investment banker. I mean, I certainly have one. I get lots of looks when I drive around town. It's really a fun vehicle to drive, but you're going to get attention with it.
Okay, can we keep showing that video, and then I ask you the question, how much does that one cost?
That particular vehicle is $23,999. We have a base model at $18,999. So quite a good value.
I would think so. Now, your stock has been a pretty decent move here. You're up about 10% over the past year, but it's the 22 consecutive quarters of record earnings that impress me the most. What's really driving that?
It really is a combination of two things. We are a really innovative company. We've got great engineers across the board, but importantly, we have great talent across the organization. We have about 8,000 employees, tremendously dedicated, and they find ways to win in almost any kind of market.
The Indian motorcycle is so beautiful on many levels, and I'm not a motorcycle person, you know, but when you look at this, you think, wow, that's gorgeous. To me, battling it out with Harley-Davidson, it's like the Hatfields and the McCoys.
Not really. I mean, I refer to them as the 8,000-pound gorilla. Incredible brands, incredible distribution, really strong, and we're still small, but between Indian and Victory, we're about 10% of the heavyweight market now, and you know, we're growing close to 200% year over year with our Indian brand. So we've got a long way to go. The bikes actually ride better than they look, which is kind of fun. So we're really excited, and it's really global. Mark Wahlberg just narrated a great video for us with our partnership with the USO, talking about the Indian Scout's role in World War I and World War II. And because of that, lots of bikes over there, tremendous demand for these in Europe as well.
Well, I'd be remiss then if I didn't ask you about this huge biker fight in Waco, Texas, that can really hurt the image of motorcycles. I mean, thank goodness you didn't see Indian logos in that biker fight in Texas, but to me, that suddenly got people scared again. You know, how do you keep a pristine, polar, look toward what's going on there?
Well, I mean, that was a tragic event, and certainly not anything that we were involved in any way.
Not.
You just don't want to see it because it does take motorcycling, which is really starting to have a resurgence of interest among young people, and bring a bad name to it.
And high-end consumers.
Yeah, we like all of our consumers, not just the high-end ones, but certainly with the Indian brand, we are getting an opportunity with those high-end consumers to come back. So obviously brought motorcycles back into the news, a little bit of negativity, but obviously coming on today, I think you see there's a lot of positive things going on in the industry.
And that's right on our screen. The Dark Horse, brand new, just under 17 grand. Scott, thank you.
Thank you, Liz.
Good luck to you. And once again, the stock up 10% over the past year. Scott Wine is Polaris Industries CEO.